And Maria, you were just mentioning the weekend, so I'm sure this sounds as delightful to you, especially being the busy mom that you are, but you're actually going to gain an hour of sleep. So yeah, this is the weekend. She's laughing. She's like, yes, fist pumping in the air, as all moms out there who deserve an extra hour of sleep every day are talking about. We are going to be focusing on the showers and the thunderstorms as we still go through this afternoon. Those pockets of rain and the gusty winds, as we mentioned, for the Carolinas. Obviously starting to see a lot more oomph with our storm system progressing across the interior Northwest, and many of you across Southern California have also been getting wet, along with Western Arizona. The cold air just continues to surge in across the West. This is resulting in temperatures anywhere between 10 and 20 degrees cooler than average for this time of the year. So much of the East is absolutely quiet. I mean, just zip nada going on for tomorrow. And then, of course, we talk about the Four Corners region, where we could easily see 8 to 16 inches of snow, over a foot in so many different locations. The cold air just keeps on expanding in, so places like Salt Lake City, you're absolutely shivery. And then by Sunday, we continue to see the northern plains with some more active scenarios involving snow for you. Still very cold across the West. Temperatures not bad at all in places like Atlanta and up into the mid-Atlantic. And then by Monday, we're well on our work week and seeing those showers and thunderstorms and that possible severe weather scenario for the Arklatex region. We'll monitor that. And then as we advance into Tuesday, spots across Minnesota and Wisconsin will have to watch for the advancement and possible indications of snow for you. And especially by Wednesday, we could even see the possibility of some snow coming up for sections of Michigan. Meanwhile, the next in our series of system advances in across the West. And finally, we get to Thursday, where it's fairly quiet for most of the country, but it looks like the Northeast is getting a drink of water. Marie Fox, just that magic combination. Well, magic combination for you heading into the weekend is really going to be this quiet stance that we are seeing for this evening, with the exception being our Carolinas, and of course anything but quiet across the West. Friends, it is your turn to experience all that incoming weather, which just continues to advance as we get into tomorrow. So here's what you can expect again across the West. Four Corners region in particular is where we are going to be talking about 8 to 16 inches of snow, so well over a foot in so many different spots. And of course, we've been watching that moisture going in across Southern California, the cold air spilling on in, and remember, the cold air just keeps on spilling further east and further south. On Sunday, here's where we begin with some of our rain into Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And do keep in mind that this rain just keeps on surging further east. The result of course, our trigger mechanisms will be the threat of severe weather coming up by the end of the weekend. We also still have to talk about the advancement of more snow in across the West, more moisture filtering into the upper Midwest. And by the end of this weekend and early on Tuesday, we're also going to be talking about more snow filtering in across the plains. You have to take a look around the Great Lakes, because UP of Michigan, you are in store by Wednesday of seeing some snowfall. And we also have to focus on more snowfall, which is going to be happening for the Cascades as well as for many of you across the Olympics. But that cold air is just going to keep on making a surge further east and further south. And then by Thursday of next week, it is back to talking about quiet conditions for the West, but it is more rain and potentially some heavy rain for the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. So we'll be keeping a sharp eye on this and bringing you the very latest details all throughout the weekend. Excited whenever we start talking about snow. I know some people love it, some people loathe it, but you better be loving it across the Four Corners region and all the way up into Montana, because that's exactly what you're going to see, along with a nice serving of cold air. It actually really doesn't look too bad across areas of the Mid-Atlantic as well as the Deep South, except for those spots which are definitely going to still be seeing some rain, and that will be Florida, with all that moisture piling in for you. We'll certainly get an opportunity of seeing some snow across the northern plains on Sunday of this weekend, Maria. And we'll watch for a lot of moisture, which could transition over to severe weather time on Monday in the Big D.